In this video, we'll talk about adding custom styling to the platform. Now remember that Kaito Tanaka of Livingstone Hotels and Resorts needs to implement the overall design mockups. In order to accomplish that, he needs to be able to customize global styles like the header, footer, background, font, as well as specific CSS components like buttons and widget styling. In Liferay DXP 7.2, the Clay base is built on Bootstrap, which uses SASS. This gives us the ability to use partial SCSS files as well as other SASS, and Bourbon is included for us as well, which is a SASS-based mix-in library. It's important for us to understand how our custom styles are added during the deployment process. The main file that's read is a main.scss file, which imports all of the other main files in order. Now at the bottom of this file is imported a custom file. Since the custom.scss file is being imported at the end of this one, all of our customized code added there will take precedence because of the cascading nature of CSS. This is an important feature as it allows us to override some of the default styles if we need to. SASS offers many benefits to developers, which allow you to include the following in your CSS. Variables, which allow developers to store and reuse code. Mix-ins, which give the ability to group CSS declarations and reuse that same group. Extending and inheritance, which allow developers to share properties between selectors. Nesting, which allows developers to nest their CSS selectors in a way that follows the same visual hierarchy of HTML. And operators, which gives developers the ability to do math within their CSS. Now, when we're adding custom styling to our platform, our main point of origin is going to be that custom.scss file for all of our global styling. The Clay base components can be modified by customizing the component partial file, and custom partial files can also be made to modularize custom CSS in a theme. Once modified, all of these partial files can be imported into that custom.scss file. A quick note on the underscore you see in front of the custom SCSS file, as well as the files in the example. The underscore simply denotes to the compiler that this should not be turned into a CSS file, as it's simply a partial file. It's time again for a knowledge check. Pause the video, see if you can answer the questions, and then we'll come back and complete it together. SCSS is used to control style across the platform. SASS is utilized with Bourbon to include a number of features as well as CSS3 mix-ins. Now variables, operators, nesting, inheritance, and mix-ins can be included in your themes. The Clay base structure is modular in its use of SASS partials and the individual components that can be modified. For other global styles, custom.scss is the main source file and can include partial imports. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.